Yep, live.
So last time on the Boulders bunch, you guys basically it was an episode of asking questions, um, and getting answers. Um, four armies marching. You guys got numbers on those. You guys were able to find out information about Mahadi's numbers and what he can provide. Um, you also considered other people to contact, including Bell, Gideon, um, Ogma, and the
Mordenkainen.
what was that?
Mordenkainen.
And Mordenkainen.
Mm-hmm.
Um, your the El Terrellians number around 10,000. How many of those people can actually fight? We don't know yet. There was also a an interruption to the battle council um, by a man that looked like he had just been raised from the dead, probably because he was just raised from the dead. And he was trying to get to Serene.
Never remember that.
To which I believe Cedric diffused that.
I cast calm emotions on him.
Yeah, we us combined.
And so what he wanted, no one knows.
That
But
Yeah, we do.
That could
Yeah, we
be the
do.
key.
No, he went to worship Serene.
Or he wanted to meet her. We don't know like why. We're assuming it's just because he worships her, but it could be other reasons.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, yeah, okay.
from that point, you guys went off to seek out the people that were nearby who might lend aid. Aru and someone went to look for Amago or Ogma.
It was
I
just
think it was
me.
just a rue.
Yep, that was just me.
Yep.
I went by myself.
Where was Cedric going then? Oh, Cedric was going with Gast to the Red Snake, the Fire Snake Forge.
Yep.
And then decided, what am I doing here? And then went to go find Gideon. And I think that brings us up. Agma was, I don't know, he was kind of a little snot about the whole thing.
Really?
Only because he's talking to Aru. Aru set him up for that.
Aru had a super clever comeback though.
He did.
Yes.
He always does. His skill is the language, that's for sure.
And that brings us up to now. Zandak saw Cedric fly towards the cemetery. Which brings me to Venari. Where would you have gone? Or is there anything that you want to retcon in things that you would want asked that didn't get answered?
I don't think so. I mean, it's nothing that is important enough to retcon. But I would have just kind of like, when everybody's like, okay, I'm going to go do this, I'd be like, great, yeah, go team. And then when everybody left, I would have teleportation circled to Mordenkainen's.
There's the numbers.
By yourself?
You're
Yeah.
muted, Scotty.
Okay.
So Venari might just straight up die.
Maybe, yeah.
Well,
Or not.
it's, I mean, like, it's just the, like, talking and being like, oh, well, we can't go there. Yes, now is not the time for that. I don't care. Like, I need to go talk to him.
Is that would you have waited until after Zandak finished his conversation then to do that?
I would have.
Because I stayed
Probably
behind to talk to
wandered
those
off.
dragons.
I probably would have wandered off where nobody could see me, and then
Gotcha. Okay.
So Zandak, you obviously would have seen Venari wander off.
I mean, that's kind of what Venari does, so I wouldn't really think too much of it.
Okay. All right. So
been my
then,
plan the whole time.
Yep.
Divulge into a sense of.
I guess it doesn't really matter if he has haste. It's kind of he's
Yeah.
gonna be dead anyways.
He could die, and then it's like, well, I guess it's just us four.
Just die faster.
Or just take a prisoner by Mordenkainen and have his memory actually wiped and no like backup
Maybe
save file.
he'll just dip me in some Styx water and send
No,
me back.
no, we do have a backup Venari. It's Venaro. He's still.
Oh,
around.
yeah. I forgot about that.
We would miss
No.
him.
Everything's
No.
fine.
If Oscar gets Venari killed here, he has to play Rhea for the final battle.
Ooh.
Oh.
Punishment? Really?
If Venari dies, I'll play Dwarkar for the final battle.
yeah, he'd play new card and try to kill all of you guys. All right.
That's too rewarding.
Okay, so we know Cedric's heading there. Zandak, you're following after Cedric, correct?
Was I? I don't remember. I don't think I did. Did I?
Well, you just saw him fly by, so you have a decision to make. Are you gonna follow after him, or
Does he look like he's like rushing, like in trouble, or is it just like casually like flying?
It's a casual flight.
Okay, I wouldn't think anything of that either. Like, yeah, he's just got somewhere to go. Okay.
Okay.
Because
So
my
where are you
plan
headed?
was to go with Aru and Venari to Mordenkainen's. That was what my plan was.
Well,
So I don't know what I'm doing now. Out of game.
Yeah.
In game, I'm probably going to. I'll probably go look for Aru. Because I know where he went. I know he went to Ogma, so I'll probably head there, basically.
Okay. Aru, where are you going now? You left the Flying Fortress.
I was gonna go find Venari and try to convince him to go to see Mordecai. And
You did it.
plan. Honestly, that was the plan last week.
he did it.
You did it. Good job.
Aru is so convincing, he didn't have to say a word.
Without
Yeah.
words.
The casting on that spell, Venari, is 1 minute. So if you did cast it and did it, like, you're long gone at this point.
Yeah. Basically, I guess that's what I'm doing. I'm walking around trying to find Venari.
I probably should have left a note or something.
Nah.
Yep.
Nah.
Oh wow.
Wait.
Did Aru
hold
leave
on.
a note?
So,
He did leave a
Venari, when we were all like talking there and discussing where we were gonna go, did you agree to go to Mordenkainen's, or what was like? Would you have said anything about like, yeah, I'll go with you guys, or something like that, or would you have just stayed out of that conversation completely and just went
I
on your
probably
own?
would have just been like,
Okay,
Yeah.
so you would have like not disagreed, so we would assume that you agreed to go with us.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With my 20 charisma, I'm sure that could have worked.
Just as a pointer note, because I was rewatching the old sessions, Venari does have one of those sending stones that's connected to mine.
Oh yeah, I do. Well, there we go.
So if we can't find him, when in doubt, eventually I'll use the stone.
Picking up Mordenkainen's like, yeah, who's this?
If the stone even works in Mordenkainen's tower.
Yeah, I killed him.
As he's dancing on my body.
That's only the third one of the
Or you're
hand.
going to be talking to him, and they're going to be messaging in your head, and you're like, shut up!
Well, I'm
Like,
kinda,
excuse me?
so I was thinking about this. You know how like in Infinity War when like Doctor Strange comes and he's like, Tony Stark, we need your help. I'm kind of hoping that's how this goes, where I just like appear and I'm like, we need your help, the fate of the universe, and he's like, yeah, and then
No, I don't think
you
he's
never
gonna
know.
care.
You never know.
I don't see that happening.
Is Mordenkainen Doctor Strange? All right, and then Redwick, you are
Tony Stark.
at the. Is that Tony Stark? Redwick
Yeah.
is Tony Stark.
I'm Doctor Strange in this situation.
Does that mean I'm gonna die?
Sorry,
mean-
it's been said. It's been written.
Cedric is obviously Captain America,
He'll just
so
get
he's gonna
lost.
pick up your hammer. Oh my
Oh
goodness!
my goodness.
Oh my! Wait,
What
that
does
makes
that
you
make-
Thor? Why are you Thor?
I'm Thor and Iron Man.
Yes,
Yep.
Zandak is Shang-Chi.
Black Widow.
Why?
Not a
More of a
monk.
monk. That's more of a monk.
I'll be
than a
Black
Yeah, it's
Widow.
a monk.
I know,
Black
but
Widow.
well,
the friend of the dragons. Anyways, Redwick,
It could be
you
Hawkeye.
are.
Could be,
Um,
new card would be Hawkeye.
Redwick, you are at the Fire Snake Forge, and you're like crafting stuff, right?
I'm trying not to start an accidental riot again. And I want to. This is really funny now. I wanted to put a little strap on the end of the hammer and try and fly like Thor in the movie,
Oh jeez.
and just
Oh,
spin
dear
around
Lord.
and throw myself and see what happens.
Okay. Well, how did this happen? Oh,
Only magically
Wouldn't-
returns to you.
Yeah, wouldn't you have to like throw it so hard that you actually were able to lift your own body weight off the ground?
That's how I don't really know how it works in the comic
So
books.
the
I'm gonna be
strap
honest
would
with
work
you.
for like me.
Yep.
If I held on to the strap and it returned to you, then
Listen.
I could fly.
I want to try it. I want to see what Chris has to describe about it. Okay.
That'd be so cool. You throw the hammer, and Zandak's hanging on, and as the hammer hits him, he stabs him, and then it comes back.
That'd be cool.
That would
And I don't
definitely
think
use it
be
as a-
back.
Use it as a slingshot, and as it's flying, I let go. So like I keep flying towards some
Ooh, yeah, there you
location.
go.
Use that momentum to take
but
you.
if he retracted it, you wouldn't get an attack of opportunity because it's not your will of moving.
True.
Out.
Yep.
Hmm.
You're being moved.
He wouldn't get attack of opportunity on me anyway. I got swashbuckler.
Okay. Okay.
An ash.
Yeah. Okay, then we will start with Cedric. I love it when the party goes 6 different directions.
Do you? Do you really, Chris?
You kind of set this up for yourself.
You
Well,
kinda-
Did
yeah,
I?
that's true. That's
Yeah.
very true.
We only have limited time, so we got to get stuff done.
Yeah.
Which I feel like it's only been a couple
mean-
hours, hasn't it?
Just look at it as
We
like a
haven't-
town session.
I almost feel like our briefing has been at most 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
That's
what's
what I'm
gonna happen
thinking.
is we're gonna get done in like 6 hours, and we're gonna be like, oh, we have like 2.5 days, guys. What are we gonna do?
This 3-day planning session is gonna take like 6 months in real time.
This is it. Chris is like, we're gonna be done by the end of 2022. It'll be finished in 2023.
Then the battle will take another 6 months.
Yeah. We'll go to June of talking, and then from June to December, it's fighting.
Oh my gosh.
That would be insane.
I could see that.
We can change our spells.
Yeah, you can change it at the start of each of your levels.
It depends on who you are. Some classes get to change it on the morning.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
not me.
Or if you're me, you just have access to everything.
Yeah, or you could be a cheater class. That works.
It's not my fault.
I didn't say
This is the
you were
DM
cheating.
ruling.
Evan's like, I hate this.
I do. I
I hate
absolutely
this.
hate this. I'd rather prepare spells because at least then I can. Oh, these are my only options. What can I do with this?
But you can. I'm pretty sure clerics can change every morning to anything.
They can change every morning.
Yep.
Yes.
Just like
you still,
paladins.
yeah, you still gotta decide.
Paladins can
No,
too.
I don't.
Yeah.
But Cedric has a whole list available to him, but he can only have X number of spells that he can prepare a day. I
Mhm.
just have access to my whole spell
Well,
list.
I mean,
at
if you
all
were playing a
times.
normal cleric, you'd still
Oh,
have
yeah,
to
if I was-
pick every morning.
Yeah.
So not
Yeah.
super. different.
Rue, Serene is with you. Question mark.
Yeah. Yeah.
Question
Yes.
mark.
Yeah, I thought that was a statement, honestly.
I mean, she has her own free will. Where is she?
Lulu is with Gast?
That would make sense.
Who would be with guest?
Or would she be with me?
Cedric, as you approach the cemetery, you see 10-foot-high brass fences that once surrounded the cemetery have fallen in numerous places, and the wide gate allowing access to the grounds has been torn from its hinges. Several severed humanoid body parts adorn the spikes atop the fence post, and some of the body parts are wriggling and writhing as if undead. Cracked gravestones and crumbling monuments are scattered across the cemetery grounds, whose center is occupied by a chapel dedicated to Lathander, Torm, Helm, and Tyre. That once holy structure now glows with a faded purple radiance.
Was that the same as when we came before?
Yep, looks the same.
Okay. I was like, are you
Remember
just
me reading that 2 years
describing?
ago?
No,
Yeah.
I really don't. Okay. Well, I mean, I know where Gideon's house is, right? Where he
Yep.
stays. So I'm just landing there.
Right outside the door.
Yep. Like, unless I see him somewhere.
You do not.
Okay.
All right. As you land, Cedric, you see several familiar foes.
Oh,
Not the human skeletons, but the Minotaur variety.
Okay.
If you remember those.
Mm-hmm.
4 of them flank you as you land, and for an instant, they look menacing, and walk towards you just a step before they pause and take 2 steps back.
So I'm gonna, Chris, when they take that step forward, I'm just gonna like glance over like at them menacingly, like not backing down, and then they back off, and I'm like, that's right.
You don't want to flap your wings a little bit and flex on them.
No.
All right. They took those 2 steps back and they are watching.
I mean, so I'm like right in front of the door, right?
Yep.
So I'm just gonna knock.
You're not going to try to sneak in?
No.
That's his one like insta death attack that he has. If you
The sneak in.
yeah.
Something tells me it wouldn't be insta death anymore.
No, it's right here. It's written. Reduces character to 0 hit points. So you pound on the door loudly.
I knock on the door.
Okay. You rap your knuckles on the door. You hear kind of this grumbling coming from inside, and then the door swings inward.
Yeah.
Swings in, and there's Gideon standing before you, and he likewise those devilish red eyes glare at you menacingly, and then he kind of looks you up and down.
Yeah, I just put a hand out and I say, "Easy, Gideon."
The last we spoke, you looked a little differently.
Yes. I pat the sword on my hip and I say, "We have found Zariel's sword, and in retrieving it, it changed me."
The Master's sword.
I don't know if you want to call her that anymore, Gideon.
I'm confused.
Why?
Let me see it.
I pull the sword out.
And he screams out in pain as the light from the blade seems to blind him. Ah!
I'll take a step back. Okay.
Ugh. That is Zariel's sword.
Yes. Back when she was her true self.
If that's her true self, then what is she now?
She has fallen. This place corrupted her, like it does so many others.
He puts a hand to his head, almost pulling at his hair. I don't know what does this all mean?
It means, Gideon, it means that this city has not been forgotten. You thought Lathander has forsaken you. But that is not the case. He is still there if you reach for him. You have been through a big ordeal, but he will take you back. Forgiveness is possible.
Don't
He
save him
holds
before
his
the battle.
he holds his clawed hands in front of his face. And he says to himself, "What have I become?"
You've been deceived and betrayed by this plane. The same as Zariel has. But this sword believes that Zariel can be redeemed, which means you also can be redeemed, Gideon.
You speak of redemption, Paladin.
I do.
There's no such thing here. No such thing.
It is there, Gideon. You just merely need to reach for it. What is holding you back? Why do you wish to stay here? To serve Zariel?
I must protect my city from the demons.
And that's what we are doing. and that is why I am here. They are coming, Gideon. The whole realm descends upon this city. Zariel, Tiamat, Yanogu, and Talos's forces.
Zariel gives me the strength I need to fight.
Zariel has deceived you. Zariel has deceived all of you. Your, what's it called? What's
Creed
it called?
Resolute?
Yeah, thank you. Your Creed Resolute? Your Creed Resolute is an infernal contract with Zariel which damned you all to this place. It is she that brought you here to feast upon this city. Yes.
No.
Yes. Why would I lie to you?
Well, You tell me, Paladin, why are you here?
You said you're sworn to defend this city. So am I.
To my dying breath.
And we have 4 armies that are descending upon us as we speak. I am here because we will be stronger together than we would be separately. And so I am asking you to join us and fight for El Terrell. You want redemption? You fight to save these people.
The church would have me back?
I'm not a person of the Thunder. I'm gonna grab the sword and I'm gonna be like.
You thought of converting to Torm.
Well, I'm gonna grab the sword because it's the sword of Zariel, which is loyal to Lathander, and I'm gonna like just say it's like he will be forgiven. Yes. Like in my head, like I'm asking.
To the sword?
Yeah, to the sword.
Oh, Chris is trying to figure out what emotion to convey now.
Compassion. Doubt.
That's what you feel. The sigh.
Yeah. Slash sigh.
Because Cedric believes yes, because his trait is now he forgives readily.
That's true.
So he's like, absolutely.
You also can't tell a lie, right?
I will not lie. It's not
Okay.
that I can't. I will not lie.
Gotcha. I mean, that's like the same thing, though. Really.
Yeah, but it's a conviction, not like I am completely
yeah,
unable to.
yeah.
You get the emotion you get back from the sword is optimism.
Good enough.
That's good enough.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. And I will say, I will be nothing but honest with you, Gideon. I am not a servant of Lathander, but of Torm. But this sword serves Lathander and is hopeful and optimistic that you will be forgiven. What do you know of Lathander? He is like a forgiving, benevolent type deity, right? Isn't he like the morning?
Are you saying what does Cedric know of Lathander?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the tenets of Lathander better than I. Is he not a forgiving and caring deity? Do you not think if you turn back to him, he will welcome you back?
On probation.
6 months of community service. Report to your local cleric regularly.
You see him almost like he's thinking hard, and he's like it's not easy to get back into to where he's been.
Right.
And you see him kind of whisper under his breath something about for the morning lord, the night must always give to the day.
Do I know what that means?
Nope. You're not a priest of Lathander.
I am not. Does the sword have any response to that?
But the sword, you feel almost like buzzing excitement upon hearing that.
I'm gonna I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder, like comfortingly, and be like, "The journey back begins with a single step, my friend."
Kind of shrugs your hand off. He walks back into his house, his little hut.
Mm-hmm.
And the door's open, so you can, and it's not that big.
Yep.
You can see him. He's just kind of like rummaging through things.
Okay. I'll just see what he's doing. I'll wait patiently.
Don't forget your true sight.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, calm down.
I do
calm
have
down.
true sight, yeah.
Calm down with the true sight here, okay?
Cool your jets.
He's rummaging, and then you kind of see him like move a pile of junk off of his desk, and he picks up a book, and he kind of blows the dust off of it, and you see a large golden holy symbol of Lathander on it. A book that you would guess is the Holy Book of Lathander.
Is that like their creed or something?
Yeah, it's their Bible.
Okay.
And you see him. He kind of holds that book, hugs it across his chest. And he kind of walks towards you with his head down. You lead the way, Paladin.
Very well.
And
Follow
all
me.
the undead fall.
Maybe, but this is absolutely what Cedric. This is absolutely what Cedric would do. So,
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like he is absolutely going to try and redeem this
I
person.
knew
if he
I
can.
should have come.
But I mean, Cedric's recruiting an actual cleric to join the party. I mean, like,
True.
imagine.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? An actual
The
cleric?
power of that.
I can't imagine. I really can't.
I don't.
Yeah, we don't know what that's like. No,
What are
we
you guys talking
do.
about?
We do that like brief stint where it was Redwick and not
Yeah.
Gast. He was actually a cleric.
I mean, I still don't even know if he was fully a cleric at that point. Like,
Well, it's because Redwick still didn't really know what he could do.
exactly. Yeah,
well,
that's what I
yeah,
mean.
because he asked Cedric what he could do, and Cedric was like, heal people.
Your guys' cleric has been handicapped from the word go.
Every
here.
cleric we've come across has been handicapped.
Yeah, because Rhea was just like a madman.
Yep.
Like,
I'm gonna say I'm an upgrade from Rhea, guys.
She still
Alright?
healed more than you.
No, she was out of combat.
Yeah,
healer.
she was our out of
Anyway,
combat.
yeah.
Top her
Yeah.
off.
She
Anyway, so
died,
I'm gonna lead the way back.
Okay.
We'll walk this time since obviously he can't fly.
Cedric, as you leave the cemetery, you see another dozen skeleton minotaurs fall in to ranks behind Gideon, and then as you walk, you see more skeletons burst out of coffins in the
Nice.
ground.
Multi-classing.
I guess I'm okay with this.
I mean, desperate times, right?
Yeah. I mean, we're literally teaming up with devils, so.
Yeah. What's undead?
Cedric's come a long way, guys.
Yeah. Before
Oh.
Cedric would have just murdered this guy.
Especially
and everything.
clerically controlled undead. It's even better.
I mean, those bodies laying in the ground aren't really going to help anyone.
True.
Yeah.
I can't revive him anyways.
Venari,
Oh boy, here we go.
This is it.
your teleportation circle opens up that gateway. I'm guessing you walk through.
Yep.
and you walk into that same teleportation room that you know within Mordenkainen's obelisk. And it's empty. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna stay there. I'm not gonna move, and I'm just gonna yell out, "Mordenkainen!"
Okay.
Kind of like with my hands out, so I look less threatening.
He ninth level fireballs you.
Just dead.
And goodbye, Venari.
All right. Let's see here. How is this going to go?
Chris is looking up the personality traits of Mordenkainen.
My guess is
wait.
not well.
Well, it could be maybe he's actually impressed with Venari being clever enough to work around his modified memory.
I
really
think
hoping
he's-
so.
I'm think he's looking up on whether Mordenkainen will just like kill him instantly, or if
Yeah,
he'll
instant
actually talk to
kill.
him.
Yeah.
I would
mean-
hope that like we killed a Nightwalker for this guy. We're not. It's not like we're just some random person off.
To
the
be
street.
fair, we didn't kill the Nightwalker for free.
right? But
And he specifically asked you never to use or he assumed that he wiped those runes from you. So
listen, we could point out all the things wrong with this plan, but it's a little late for that now.
All right. As you just yell out Mordenkainen in here.
Mm-hmm.
You see, so if you remember, there's you're kind of on this raised dais, and then there's like stairs going down around you, and then there's a walkway, a stone walkway that goes straight, and that is where you guys were. I mean, it was like his laboratory type area,
Yeah.
where Zandak was fighting every urge within his being to not to yoink something from there.
I could totally yoink it now, and he wouldn't have no idea. I really wanted to go, honestly.
As you yell that out, Venari, you hear this kind of loud thumping on the ground, like something large as footsteps. Boom, boom, boom. And leaning down to look around, you see the head of a Nightwalker.
Oh shit! You gonna fight a Nightwalker?
And that thing almost killed Venari the last time. No,
Yeah.
Nobody wanted.
And as it turns its head and looks down underneath this doorway, it just roars at you, and then tries to duck down to fit its body. It barely fits through here. It's lucky it's skinny enough and lanky enough. As its hands kind of reach its way around the doorway to force itself through. What do you do?
Roll for initiative.
He re-rolls a new character.
Yeah. Oh. Where was the balcony in relation to where I'm at right now?
Down one floor, around and out.
And how big is this room that I'm in?
It's large. It's circular, probably with a diameter of 100 feet to wall. The ceiling above you is about 20 feet tall.
And how far away is this thing? I'm sorry for all the questions.
No, that's fine. That's fine. It's about 50 feet away.
Okay, I'm just gonna stand there.
Don't you wish you had a cage right now that was magical?
Don't you wish you brought a Rue with you?
the Nightwalker's arch nemesis, the cage.
Is there? Can I? So looking at this thing, I mean, I got pretty close and personal with this Nightwalker before, and with my magical abilities, does it look Like, is it 100% like, yes, this is a Nightwalker? Because I'm thinking that maybe he's just trying to scare me.
Gotcha. Roll perception.
Oh boy.
Does it have the eyes?
With advantage.
It's just
With
his new
advantage.
guard dog. Is all it is.
Because we took the eyes, so if it doesn't have the eyes, is it really a Nightwalker then?
It has.
17.
All right. You notice that this thing it doesn't look like an image. This looks like it's a real thing. But its skin, you remember the Nightwalker being just like completely jet black, and you kind of see like it almost looks like scars running like all over its body, almost like a patchwork type of pattern to it.
But those scars almost matched where we dismembered it.
That's what I was just gonna ask. Because we had cut it into pieces.
To fit inside the bag. Right?
Yep.
Nice.
Not the most disgusting thing to ever end up in that bag, though.
Yeah.
What's your intelligence, Bernard?
19.
It looks like exactly where you guys quartered it. And then some too.
Okay. Yeah.
But the largest scars are like right where you guys quartered its body to bring it back.
I would just I'm gonna yell out, "What a fantastic abomination you've created!" I'm not gonna move. I'm just gonna.
Please don't kill me.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that he just like pulls her back a little bit.
After you say that, you see this just this puff of flames next to you, just this pillar of flames, just and Mordenkainen just kind of apparates out of nothing right next to you. You see him reach out his hand, and this red. It's almost like a laser light. 4 red laser beams reach out towards the Nightwalker, and the Nightwalker just kind of freezes in place, and he takes it and just throws that Nightwalker off like into the side of the tower, and it falls down. And those red lasers kind of retract back into his this bracelet that he's wearing now that has this red crystal ensconced on it. And you hear the Nightwalker fall with a yell, and then a roar, and then a thud, and then you kind of hear it kind of yelp at the bottom. How did you... And he kind of pauses as he looks at you. What's different about you?
Well, we killed a god, so it's probably what you're noticing.
He kind of strokes his goatee.
Ah, yes.
Yes, exactly like that. I don't know how to do it. How do you do that? Killed a god, you say?
Yeah, that's...
Didn't happen to collect any body parts off of that god, did you?
This guy's as bad as gas.
He's
Yeah, they
gassed!
should get along so well.
He's an arcane gassed. This is perfect.
Unfortunately, we did not. She vanished before we had the chance, but part of her soul and her power is within me. If you'd like, I could demonstrate.
Don't cut me open.
I was gonna say, like you could have a look, but then he would just be like, "What?"
Yeah, just... He just starts walking towards his laboratory. Follow me.
I'm gonna follow him.
You guys walk in, and he motions over to a chair in his laboratory. He says, "Sit down." As he starts kind of rummaging through some things, looks like he's trying to find something.
Okay. Yeah, I'll sit down. This is better than I thought it was gonna go so far.
This is definitely going better.
As you watch him kind of rummage, he's not saying anything. Did you want to say anything while he's searching?
Are
I
you
didn't come
mad?
here to talk science experiments.
What information do you guys need now? As he continues to search,
We need no
he pulls
information.
up this kind of the needle end of a syringe.
He's gonna take your blood.
Yeah, here we go. We need no information. What we need is assistance. Things are happening on this plane, and whether you care to believe it or not, it will affect you.
Affect me. He grabs a glass vial and kind of screws it into the needle point. He comes over to you and kneels down next to your left arm. He says he kind of motions for you to move back your robes. Like,
Okay, yeah, I'll do it.
Weird.
This is gonna hurt.
he's like make a fist.
You lose all your godly power.
Yeah, so he just sucks it right out.
Look at this idiot just letting me do this.
As he kind of is tapping on your veins in your elbow. He says next to you, systems with what?
There are 4 armies, right?
4. Yep.
There are 4 armies converging on El Terrell as we speak. 4 armies vying for control of this plane.
Man. What's that White Stripes song that talks about a 7-nation army?
7 Nation
That-
Army.
I think it's
That's the
Seven
name.
Nation Army.
That's the name of the song? Oh, I just thought of that right now. A 7-nation army couldn't hold me back. He inserts the needle into your arm. Take 1 point of damage, sir.
And he dies.
Take
And
1
you
point
can
of
never
piercing
heal.
damage and 130 points of
Of blood.
Yeah, that you can never heal. That point is
Mordecai damage.
all right. As he's watching that vial fill with blood, and why do you think this concerns me?
Because this plane will be drastically different when this battle is over. And you can sit in here all day and do your science experiments. But wouldn't it be great to have a purpose for what you're doing? Put it to use. We've all seen what you can do. We know you're not a bad person. You're a great and powerful man. And you could change the fate of this plane. You could help us fight.
If you are trying to entice me by becoming the Lord of Avernus, you are barking up the wrong tree.
That's not what I said. I don't think you would be able to handle that responsibility.
All right.
And not for the reasons that you might think. I don't think you have it in you to leave such a horrible place.
You should have brought the bard.
It's going great. It's going great.
He extracts the needle out of your arm, but he does it like he twists it a little bit before he does, and then yanks it out. Take another point of damage.
I deserve that.
I told you and your group before, I'm here to study. That is all. Do not get involved in the politics or the conflicts within this plane. I am here only because there are certain things in this plane that can only be found on this plane. And yet you would have me go to war? He stands up and kind of swirls that blood in that vial around a little bit before corking it.
When this battle's over, there might not be anything left for you to study. Tiamat herself? Is it a she?
Yes.
Tiamat herself has risen. The god Talos is converging on El Terrell. Zariel is converging on El Terrell. And an army of devils.
Demons, you know you.
I'm so out of touch with this.
It's okay.
An army of demons also comes to the city. This is not a small war of just those vying for power. This will change the fate of this plane forever.
Make a straight up intelligence check.
Oof. Can I use an inspiration? Do I have that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now or never, man. If
Only-
you convince
Oh
this
my
guy
God.
is.
Yeah, Bardic
Can
Inspiration.
I use my first roll?
No, you can't, unfortunately.
Oh my gosh. 6.
Okay.
What did you get the first time?
9.
Ooh.
Probably still wouldn't have been enough.
Nope.
He kind of sits and he stands there and kind of contemplates for a second. There would be quite a plethora of samples falling on this battlefield. What would you have me do?
Denari's like,
Crap. Didn't think I would get this far.
Honestly, I thought I was going to be dead like 5 minutes ago.
What are you willing to do, you know?
You have no shortage of powers and surprises up your sleeve. Whatever you could provide would be immensely helpful. And I will say that whatever spoils you want afterwards, you are more than welcome to take.
I do have quite the impressive menagerie of creatures.
Wait, is this dude the collector?
He's the oh my gosh, we're doing a lot of Marvel references tonight, guys.
They just fit.
It's really funny.
I do have quite the menagerie that I've collected over the years. If myself and my creatures ventured onto the battlefield, What we take is ours. And what we attack, I will decide.
Just say as long as it's not us and El Terrell.
As long as you fight the 4 armies converging on the city, I have no problem with that. If you
Typical
attack
Venari.
us, it will be unfortunate.
No, not 4 armies. Those who oppose us. Just in case one of those armies turns on our side.
Yeah, sure. We'll,
No, what he
talk
said
to
is
you-
what he said.
I'm sure we can keep in touch as the battle draws closer. You can know of our plans so that you can plan your attack accordingly. And hopefully we can know where you would like to enter the battlefield.
When is this battle happening?
Would 2.5 days be an accurate estimate now, Chris?
Yeah.
2.5 days. They will be at the city.
Very well. Thank you for your blood. It is quite strange.
Yes, it is. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Next time you come here, there's gonna be another one of you walking around.
It's gonna be Monaro. Oh.
Monaro.
Mark II.
Yeah. One that didn't almost die immediately.
Thank you for agreeing to help. It is greatly appreciated, and I'm sure many lives will be saved because of your intervention.
He glances back towards the teleportation circle, and you see a gateway rise for you. Which reminds me, how did you get back here?
Some of us are as resourceful as you are.
I'll be changing the sigils after you leave.
I would expect nothing less. How can I contact you?
You don't. You may leave.
Alrighty then. I will give him a bow, and then I will hop through the portal. Hope it takes me where I want to go.
You're back at the Nether Spire. No, it takes you back to Mahadi's teleportation circle.
Should have asked. Okay, good. Yay.
Well done.
That was good.
I'm very surprised. So I'm just gonna walk out, kind of like the same place that I went to cast the teleportation circle. I'm just gonna come back, kind of like nothing happened. That's it.
All right. Cedric's leading an army of undead. Venari comes back. Redwick, you have fashioned a leather strap onto the hammer.
All right, Chris. The flight test begins
So let me get
right
this straight. Let me get this straight. Venari has recruited an archmage. I'm leading an army of undead. Aru potentially is convinced a god. Redwick has crafted a leather strap.
now. Yep.
Wow.
This is it.
Hey, well, hold on more than Xandak's done.
Xandak's still trying to find people,
Yeah.
which is weird because he can just see everything. He's like, where did
I'm
everybody
starting
go?
to think that people just don't exist anymore.
Right.
They got snapped out.
Chris, if I do what Thor does, can I fly? How well does this work?
That's not how it works. It flies back to
No,
you.
we'll see. We'll see. I want to see how this works.
So it's swinging around the strap and then throw and hold on.
Yeah, pretty much.
It does not work. It
Does not work.
It's not Thor's hammer. It's totally different.
I was hoping.
It
Okay.
returns to you. It's not a flying hammer. It's a returning hammer.
Yeah.
They're a little different.
It was,
So
you know,
I mean, what you? Yeah, no, that wouldn't work either.
I tell you, the
I
only
was-
way is to have someone
I
else
was
hold on to
trying.
it while it flings back
well,
to you.
I know, but if I could have done it and gotten it to work, I had to try. I had to
You
try.
know what we
All right.
do? We have Cedric fly to the opposite side of an army and drop the hammer, and then you call it back, and it just wipes out like a whole line of enemies
Just
as it
kills
flies
them all.
back.
Perfect.
Or like
All right.
put it on the other side of the flying fortress, and it'll just punch right through it.
Oh, that'd be good.
I don't think it's that strong.
I don't know.
I can hold it,
Let's test it.
right?
We
Like
have
if
to.
if I get a
Put it
really
in.
high strength roll, I can hold it. So
Yeah, that's true.
It could knock it off course though, depending on.
Ooh.
It depends.
Mm.
Anyways, regardless, Chris, after the disappointment failure that was my flying test, I want to go back to Mahadi.
Okay. Why?
I have a question I want to ask.
Yes. What are you thinking?
No, this will be great. Don't worry about it.
Is this going to be a unprepared true sight moment here?
So, do I find him? I'm assuming he's in the war room area-ish.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Mahadi.
Yes.
Real quick question. You're not going to betray us or anything after this is all said and done, right?
What kind of question is that?
I just want to know. Like, I'm trying to test the loyalty and everything. You know, I have to have some like reservations. You being an agent of Asmodeus, and us being goodly aligned people who actively work against your interests. I just want to know, like, after all mutual parties have been taken care of, are we the enemy again?
Were you ever the enemy?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I have only opened up my shops and my wares to your disposal. I let you shop and take leave at my emporium. What makes you think you're an
he
enemy to me?
protected us.
Hey, listen. I didn't know if you might have had some ulterior motives from Big Boss Man, potentially.
Kills innocent little girls.
He didn't kill her. She's still alive.
She was not innocent. Okay.
This is a
Okay.
guest
These
conversation.
are
right
these are
here.
both true.
Yeah, I just want to check. You know, just peace of mind for me more than anything else.
Okay.
So that's a no. You're not betraying us then, right?
Can we get back to the business of trying to save all of you?
I mean, yeah, I guess that's pretty important, isn't it? Chris, nothing he said to me was a lie, right? Because I can detect if people are lying to me or not.
You have detected no lies thus far
Okay,
in your conversation.
I'm just that I was just looking.
But Mahadi has also not made an affirmative.
I know, that's why I've been trying to get him to say something. Cool. If you were in our position, Mahadi, what would you do?
I feel like Gast is like this little kid, just like, hey.
He's like, this is my least favorite guy next to a
Mahadi's
room.
like, please leave me alone.
If I was in your position,
Yeah.
I would
Leave.
I would. I suppose I would protect what is mine.
Okay. Looking out for yourself and those that matter to you, right? Everything else is secondary.
I suppose so.
I suppose that's kind of like what you're doing right now, right? I do the air quotes, being forced to work and help us, right?
This whole thing is already difficult enough. Gast, what? Why are we talking?
I don't know. Just what? Do you not like talking to me? Is that what I'm? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I don't like being here, and I'm not really in the mood to talk about it.
All right, that's fine. I'm assuming that's all not a lie, right?
In my estimation, this whole plane was much better off before you and your party descended down here.
I would have to agree with that.
Well, you can thank Zariel for that one.
I mean, to be fair, we didn't exactly want to come down here before the cities were dragged down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. True. I guess sometimes we are just pawns in a much larger game.
Yeah, but sometimes pawns can rank up, right? Look at us. We were nobody before we came down here, and now we're literally in the position to potentially put the next ruler of Avernus in. I would say that's a pretty big rank up.
True.
Maybe.
So I think the pawn's just as important as any other piece on the board. It all depends on how you use them.
I like you, lizard man. I will kill you last.
Now this is the Redwig part right here, guys.
Yeah, I could see the transition from Gas to Redwig during that conversation.
He doesn't say anything after that.
Okay.
He's just kind of waiting.
All right. Well, good talk. I suppose there's no change in any of the movements of any of the other armies, right?
No, they have not started their march yet.
Okay. How close do you think one of those imps can get to Newcar without dying?
We have not tested that. Their orders are to keep their distance.
Okay. Is there any way, like, I guess what I'm trying to ask is, does he have like a personal guard with him? So like more like what are we looking at? Like if we were to go and attack one of these guys beforehand, what is the immediate threat besides who, like, the initial person we're going after?
Well, right now, Newander's camp, they aren't too tightly packed in there.
Okay. Is it enough? I guess it's all relative. If it's enough for us to get in there and get out succeeding.
I have an idea.
I love that you have an idea.
I'll finish your conversation, and then I'll
Okay.
tell everyone there. But I just got an idea.
I assume Zariel also has her own personal guard as well. She's probably in that flying, like her personal flagship flying fortress, is my guess.
Zariel?
Yeah.
Yeah, she resides in her flying fortress.
And then Yanogu, to me, from what I've learned about demons, they're just kind of all over the place. I don't necessarily think he's got a personal guard. Unless I'm wrong about that, Mahadi.
He would have some of his most elite warriors near him.
If he was to fall, would the rest of the demon army scatter?
Perhaps.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for the information. Most appreciated. Don't betray us and all that. Have fun. I'm sure we will talk to you later. And I just walk away.
And no lies detected.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess I go and look for everybody at this point.
So, guys, here's my crazy idea.
Okay, I love it.
So he just said that the Michael, you need to pay attention to this. That you're key to this.
He's like, I am.
I was just making sure, like you were saying something. I wasn't sure what you
He
were
was,
saying.
he was rocking out to the white stripes just a second ago. So
It was. But my comment was, as soon as you said, I got a crazy idea, Gas said, I'm on board with it. And I said, of course he's on board with it. It's a crazy idea.
So, he just said that Newander's forces aren't very tightly packed. So there's probably not many around him. Lulu has perfect teleport.
Does she, though? Because we still need to full rest before we can go anywhere.
I'm not talking...
Like now.
I'm not talking at this exact moment. I'm saying
Okay.
Lulu has perfect teleport.
Yes.
Gas is ready to roll right now.
Yeah.
Crazy idea. Let's do it.
Yep.
So they're probably not
On board.
so spread out that we can fight Nukar where he is without them seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
But hear me out. Aru has force cage.
Okay.
I've
So,
heard that.
Are you thinking of trapping us in a force cage with Nukar?
Yes, that's exactly
my
what I'm thinking.
gosh.
I think that's a horrible idea.
No, I think that's a fantastic idea.
No.
Michael,
No.
how
Absolutely
big
not.
is-
All of
how
us
big is
versus
force
versus
cage?
Newander in melee?
Yeah.
You can't do
Can't
it.
do anything.
I can't do it.
Why
Why
I
not?
don't think so.
10 by 10.
No, a cage can be up to 20 feet on a side.
I'm pulling it up. Force cage.
Or is that if it's bars?
That's bars only.
Yeah, we don't want to do a bar. We don't want to do bars. They can
Well,
just.
Well, you could take 2 people with you. 3v1.
It's true.
It would have to be a Rue. as
Aru,
one.
Cedric, and someone else.
Yeah.
Me?
Because you know how
Xandak.
helpful
Oh, that's
I
true.
was in the battle against.
But
That's
you
what I'm
have
thinking,
to
like-
because you were the one making the cage.
Or
Yeah.
Rue or myself or Xandak, like we get hit one time by that hammer, we're probably dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Venari wouldn't be able to go. No offense, Venari, but that's probably just not a good idea. You don't want to go? Is that what you're saying?
You would think that's a dumb idea.
So, but Cedric and Xandak can literally take the same square.
True? Can we?
Yeah.
You can just
You
Like-
strap
fought
between
under
his
my feet
legs.
before, right?
Okay. I didn't know if we could end turns. Like I thought it said like the rule is you can't end turns in someone else's square.
But you're a small creature, though. I thought it was different because of that.
I can move through larger creatures.
Dude, you
I
fight
guess.
on my back.
Oh yeah,
That's
well,
true.
if it's a cage, then you can just walk up the wall.
That's
and you
true.
can
I could
on
be
the
above.
ceiling.
Yeah.
That's also true. So could you.
I
So
could.
could you.
I could.
Everybody
We could
goes.
take everybody.
It's gonna be everybody in this death cube.
It would be. It absolutely would be. It's a crazy idea.
But
like
okay.
I said, it just might work.
The only
Now
issue.
someone has to convince Cedric it's a good idea.
I was like, well, the only issue with
Oh,
that.
not the barge.
The
Well,
only issue
no,
with that
because
would
I'm
be
saying
getting,
like it's my idea, but I don't know if Cedric would be on board with something
the issue
that reckless.
is getting out afterwards because force cage prevents ethereal travel, therefore teleport won't work. So you
But
have to wait that hour.
Rue could drop it and then teleport.
Yeah.
Like,
No, he can't.
No,
He can't drop
it's
it, right, Michael?
It's an hour long. It lasts an hour. There's no concentration. You can't drop it. It's there for an hour.
oh, well.
It can't be dispelled.
So we wait an hour and then teleport out.
Or we just teleport out.
We can't teleport out if it's up.
Yeah, you can't teleport through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can if you make a successful charisma saving throw.
Oh,
Right.
okay. I didn't read that part, but okay. So we.
Which Michael could absolutely make the saving
He
throw.
He could.
Savers himself.
High charisma. He'd have my buff. You could
He's gotta
inspire
make
him.
He's got to succeed his own spell save DC. Oh my
Also has
gosh.
a crazy high spell save.
That is true.
21. It's 21, so. But what's your base charisma save right now, Michael? Like 30?
Like 10?
A base
11?
charisma?
It's probably plus 10.
24.
No, like your save.
So you're saving throw.
Your
Oh,
base
8.
saving.
8.
8?
Oh wow.
8 plus.
Only
No,
8?
6.
Wait.
What?
Hold on.
It's
What?
11.
No.
I don't think that's right.
Save.
Your save, not your modifier.
Your modifier shouldn't be 6 anyway, but anyway, it should be at minimum 11 because right where our proficiency is plus 6.
Wait, sorry, what are you asking?
Oh, our proficiency is plus 6? Man, I've had plus 5 written down this whole time.
Me too. I'm
Wait,
now changing
aren't
that.
we? Like
No,
I'm not.
it's plus.
No, plus
Five.
5.
Is it 5?
I'm gonna look real quick.
I don't.
What
I
level
don't even
are
have
we
my
at?
character sheet up. I'm not gonna lie.
16. We're 16, therefore we're plus 5.
Okay, I was just kidding. So you should
I
be
was-
at
I was
minimum
wondering.
10,
I was like, am I wrong this whole time?
right? Because you got 20 charisma, right, Michael?
Right.
So and you're
So plus
proficient. In it. You
10.
can't not be proficient in your own thing. So you're minimum of plus 10 on your charisma save.
Okay. All right.
So that means if you beat an 11, if you roll an 11, we can make it out.
But he's still got
6.
the plus. Yeah, he's got the plus from Cedric and.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I forgot
Which is
about that.
5.
Yeah,
That means only 6, and then if you give me
inspiration.
not inspiration.
I don't
Will
think you can
give me
use
inspiration?
guidance. Can you use guidance? on
Guidance?
saving throws?
No, I can't use
I
guidance on
can
saving
give
Oh.
you a D6
Bardic
Bardic
inspiration,
inspiration.
Ooh.
which literally the D6, like
That could be it.
could do it. Like
You
you
could
would roll
literally
6
roll
on
1.
that and get it.
You could roll 1 as your roll and still make it probably.
Yeah, at that point, yeah, it's just
But that is A, would the characters think of that idea? B, would they even consider doing it?
Yes, they absolutely would consider it. I think it's a fantastic idea.
It's a funny idea. It's a really funny idea.
You know what that is? That's a gassed idea.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. But look, guys, it's so it's crazy, but it's just crazy enough that it just might work.
Just
out
might work.
perfectly.
It just might work.
Perfectly.
But
Perfectly.
the only thing is, would he kill us in this cage of death?
See,
Surely not.
shouldn't
There's
because
no way.
and he's a ranged character and like he literally cannot get out of melee combat of anybody in that cage.
Here's a hypothetical too. If we don't take Venari can still cast haste on Cedric, maintain concentration for that whole minute, and Cedric's hasted while we're in the force cage.
I don't think damaging and killing him is going to be the issue. It's going to be like convincing him. Don't we have to like convince him to want to change? Wasn't that it? What's the
I think
condition?
it's separate. I think the first
No,
one is separating him
those
from
are
the
sep-
hammer.
Those are separate things. Yeah, we have to separate him from the hammer.
Gotcha.
And yeah. and then make it so he's convinced that he wants his soul back.
What is that hammer made of?
Metal.
Divine metal, probably.
Chris, I've seen that hammer. I've got an up close and personal look. Would I know what that hammer's made out of?
Nope.
Okay.
Unobtainium,
Where was the
think?
hammer on him?
Unobtainium.
It was just on his hip, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Xandak could totally get that from him. That should not be difficult.
You take that, you stuff that in your own bag of holding,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're good to go.
Do we think it's as easy as just like grabbing it? Like you don't
No.
think Talos is gonna have any kind
Rue
of?
just needs to cast invisibility on me before we go, and then I'll just like stealth around in there, and then while he's distracted, just slide a hand from him.
The question I'm wondering, Venari, is can Talos do anything inside that force gauge?
I would probably think yes, but
Probably yes.
I mean,
if you could just stop a god's powers by putting up a force cage.
that's true.
Then
That's true.
I'm worthless, and you're worthless.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. And I mean, your deity did break through a force gauge, but that was a divine intervention.
That was a divine intervention, which I
I mean,
cannot
something
use again.
essentially like a force gauge.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a thought. It's a thought.
It's a thought.
Sounds fun
It's
to me.
on the table.
Like, we wanted to remove one of these forces. We would like to get Newander back before we start all of this. This kind of checks all the boxes.
But like, so let's say that it works. We get the hammer from him, and then what?
Then we'll probably still have to beat the crap out of him.
So we
I'm
beat him
guessing.
basically until like inches of his life, and then what?
We just knock him out.
I mean,
And we
honestly, we can knock him unconscious, right?
Yeah, and then we teleport him back to the city. We do whatever it is we need to do with Newander, get his soul back, and then we deal with the other three.
Doesn't teleport have to be willing, right?
Well, if you're unconscious, you're not
If he's
unwilling.
unconscious,
But you're not willing though. Like, how is
But you-
it? Because it's
you
not a
can't-
save. Like with being unconscious, you automatically fail saves, but it's not a save. It just has to be willing.
No, it is a save. I think.
Oh, it
I
is?
Think I think it is a save, isn't it?
If that's the case, why don't we just try it anyway? Like, if
because he
'cause he
probably
fails to
has
save?
legendary resistances, and then we're all
Yeah.
teleported away, and he's still there.
That's true.
That's gonna be my.
Now, the downside is, does his godly imbued self have a teleport? Because if he has a legendary resist, and he has a teleport, he can just
We're
choose to
trapped
succeed.
in a force cage.
For an hour. For an hour.
And we just gotta get a Rue to get us out, and hope that he doesn't fail.
Newander walks slowly to max range of his bow and just waits an hour.
He waits for that cage to drop and just snipes a Rue in the head.
But, Michael, you can teleport inside of your other cage, right? Your cube of force thing?
I don't think so. I think that goes with me. Right? That's centered on me. So if I were
Yeah.
to teleport, it would just go wherever I go.
Yeah. So, I mean, that like I'm saying, like if we need protection before we teleport out of there, like
Hey.
that can be up for a turn.
Hey, those are some high-level spells that I'm using that might work. And
No, I
first
know,
off,
but
let me
it's
just
not-
say, my record not very good in this.
The
Okay.
Force cage has been perfect for you.
I did it once, and Chris was
Twice.
surprised by it.
Twice.
No.
Twice. You
What
did
was the
it up
second
at
time?
Bell's place. And then you did it
Oh no, yeah, on myself. That was pretty cool, but that didn't work. It didn't work.
It did what it was supposed to.
Yeah, you were alive for an hour. I mean, it did its job. You just failed on your job. Like, don't blame the spell. Blame
Blame
the
a
bard.
Rue.
Almost gave him a compliment. You were this close.
We were this
No,
close to
I know.
complimenting a Rue, and then we snitched.
Yeah, and then you just.
But no, I mean, but also, Michael, like, yes, it is a lot of high-level spells you're blowing, but it's not the day of the battle. Like,
True.
we wouldn't do this the same day as the battle.
And you do have just enough spell slots to make it work, right?
Oh yeah, that's not a problem.
So,
I
don't
just teleport you guys in there, turn invisible, and wait for the end.
no, you come in with us, buddy. You'll be fine.
I don't think you want to be
Yeah.
outside the force
I was
cage.
gonna say it'd probably
Yeah,
be
you
more
definitely don't
dangerous
want to be outside the force cage.
Chris is just sitting there smirking.
What a
like,
crazy
oh.
idea.
Chris is like, how do I prepare a like 10 by
Like I
And-
honestly picture you all go in there. There's this force cage, and then he just pulls out the hammer and like hits the ground, and you all die like instantly because you're in a tiny little box and you get struck by lightning. That's
Exactly right.
Nah.
Lightning comes out of the hammer and just pings around in the box.
yep, yeah.
Yeah, because Dorkar was definitely more than just a.
He would not have the hammer drawn, and there's no way I'd let him draw it.
if
How do you know
And
he won't have it
yeah,
drawn?
I was gonna, and I don't.
He
I don't
didn't
think
have it
you-
drawn when we saw him last.
I can scry on him right before we do it. Boom.
There you go.
I
There you
don't
go.
think that's a good.
Exactly. We
I don't
all
think-
teleport in invisible. Greater invisibility.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed in you, Scott. You're usually the one that has the common sense ideas. This is not
a really
one of you.
good idea. The more we
No,
talk
this is
about
a
it,
Gashed and Zandak idea.
This is a really good idea.
But
this is a really good idea.
I feel like this is actually moved up on the list on the plan list more than let's send Cedric and Serene to be bait to get the armies to go
True.
somewhere
Absolutely.
else.
I do like it better than
Absolutely.
that plan, actually.
Me too.
That plan is just way too scary for me. The too
Yeah, me too.
iffy.
Well, let's keep going. This is gonna come up in game eventually.
Yeah, don't. I'll.
Gast, as you finish up your conversation.
Yep.
Actually, no. Aru, as you are leaving the flying fortress, you hear this distinct sound of a teleportation gate close, and Venari is just there.
Hey there, Venari, where you've been?
You know.
No, I don't know.
Just around. Maybe I'm not making eye contact. Maybe back at Morgan's house. I think I hear Cedric calling.
Did you say Mordecai?
Hi.
Yeah, I may have gone there and talked to him.
Oh, so you left the party without telling anyone?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I learned that
I
from
feel like
somebody.
I got yelled at about that, but yeah, it
Maybe.
seems like it's okay for everyone else.
I didn't get
We haven't found out about it yet. Don't worry.
No, that's true. Nobody else is yelling at for it.
Keep that under wraps. Tell him you talked to him through a stone or something.
I could
So
do that.
now Aru wants to
Yeah.
wants him to lie.
Nobody
Just
knows that I'm a
lie
lie
to the
detector
party.
yet. Nobody knows I'm a lie detector.
That's
We
true.
don't.
So, you remember that Nightwalker we killed?
Yeah. Scary
you
thing.
Can't forget.
Remember we put the force cage up and you and I worked
Yeah.
on that together and
That was
really
cool.
cool.
It was good times. Anyway, so he reanimated it, and he has it as a pet now, which is really cool, especially considering the fact that he's gonna come fight for us. So there's that.
All right. What's the catch?
He gets to take anything that he kills, which I figured we don't really need anyway. He's in it for the
Well-
research. I basically told him there's nothing left to research when the plane gets destroyed from this giant battle. So he said he'll bring himself and his creatures, and he can take all the little giblets when he's done with the battle.
Oh boy, that could be a problem.
Well, I hope not.
I'm just thinking Gideon always wants to have the spoils of war also.
Yeah. Well, Gideon, I would imagine is yeah. I'm sure they can
Not
come
on
to
the
an-
same level.
No, not on
Not
the same
even.
level at all.
Yeah, they can come to an understanding, hopefully.
That's good. Hey, congratulations.
Yeah.
I was going to go with you. I actually wanted to go with you and do that myself, but since you already got it done, you saved us a trip. Good job.
Thanks. Yeah. Now on to bigger and better things. Can't wait to see what kind of ideas Cedric comes up with.
He's of all the ones, at least he'll come up with something that's not idiotic and it'll be sane.
You can always count on him for that.
Yep.
This is so out of character for both of us.
I know. I'm like, I'm getting so much praise because they know it's not true. But I'll take it. I'll take it.
No, that's not true. What did I say to Agma about you?
I don't remember.
I praised you up and down. I said you're better than your god, and you said sacrilege.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
right. That's right.
Yeah. He thinks Aru thinks highly of you.
Venari still thinks you're a dork.
Oh, he is a dork, but he's a good dork. he steps into things. That's all. Sometimes acts without thinking.
So where do you two go?
I guess I would head back to like the war room area. Just that seems to be the place where everybody converges.
I want to talk to Serene a little bit.
Okay. Like as you guys are walking there, or you let Venari kind of go on ahead?
I let him go on ahead.
Okay. That
Can we? Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Can we sit for a minute? I just want to spend some time with you.
Yeah, absolutely. It feels so strange to just to be walking alongside you.
It's surreal. It's so surreal. I look over and it's like a dream sometimes. So what do you think of my friends?
They are entertaining.
There's a word.
Never seems to be a dull moment.
So, are you a god?
What is a god?
Apparently something I'm very allergic to. Well, that's a good question. I think it's someone who is powerful and has powers, but also is worshipped and adored by others.
I have both of those. Does that make me a god?
Yeah, I guess it does. I don't know. I don't know much about this god stuff. I don't have too much like for them. They don't. Well, as you saw back there with Agma, they are pretty selfish and are only about themselves. So I don't know much about gods. I wouldn't say that's true of all of them, but all that I've met so far pretty much keep a distance from helping those that worship them. And that doesn't make sense to me.
Another prerequisite. I don't know if I fit that one.
That you stay away from, don't help your people.
Yeah. I help you.
Yes, you did. But again, you might be one of the few good ones that are out there. So
let's have the agnostic bard give the definition of godhood here. This is fantastic.
So, I mean, if you were, would that make me a demigod?
Maybe.
I don't like that.
I've given you abilities and powers that are made in my image. But if you don't like the title, sweetheart, you don't have to be a demigod.
No, I just don't. I mean, it would be cool to have someone like Cedric have to worship me, but no.
That ain't gonna happen.
But I'm just joking. Hey, so what powers do you have? You've been very tight. I mean, I know you can teleport us all out of here. But what other things could you do? Like, if you were to fight in battle, what could you do?
I'm sure, I could mimic several arcane and divine spells, if you will.
Just ask her spell list.
That's what I'm asking for.
Give her a pen
don't
and a
have
piece of paper.
Well, I guess what I'm asking is, if I were to make a duplicate of you,
Oh my gosh.
It would be your brother.
huh?
Well, it wouldn't be me. It would be another made in my image.
I would make my own brother? No, I would make it like you.
Sister, then.
Aru's like, if I cast simulacrum on you, will it work?
Listen, woman.
No, I want to make someone exactly like you. I want to have two moms for a little bit of time.
I don't think that's possible.
Yeah, I thought you would say that.
Have you met Venaro?
Naro's going to be put away here soon.
We're gonna put him down. He did a good job.
Sorry,
He's got one hit point. He's got one hit point, and we
Does
can't
he
even
really?
heal him.
Does he
That's all he
really?
has. He has one hit point. Yeah, that's all he has
That's so
left is
funny.
one.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so I got to put him down.
That was like the greatest use of 12 hours in game that any of our characters ever used.
That was messed up.
Yeah, that was messed up. So
It was Aru and Chris is the DM, so it just kind of happens.
I didn't fail his saving throws, okay?
rest my case. Rest my. But you sure did attack him all the time, didn't you? Make sure all those spells
You
were
all
right
had-
at him.
You all had to roll saves on those.
Yeah, I don't know. I just try to think of, and that's what I thought. Maybe because you're a god, I can't do that. There just seems to be a force out there that prevents me from actually doing anything with my magic. I'm thinking a life of a bard a life of a paladin would be a lot better.
Yeah,
Aru's
gods
trying
are
to
actually on your side at that point.
Aru's trying to exchange his 16 levels in Bard for Paladin now.
Yeah, just swap.
Well,
what do you need?
I just need to. I have a spell that can create another being that is exactly like like the one that we already have, and basically you'd be having a twin that would know everything that you know and have the same abilities that you have, and they could perform in battle just like, or in any service just like the other person until eventually they die. And I just want to
I
create.
worry about how that would work. Because the way in which you cast spells is through my power. And channeling enough power to create a being that matches my own power, I worry about the implications of that.
Does he though? Does he channel her
I was
power?
gonna say it'd be one thing if it was me or Cedric, but
But
he's
bards
a
are
bard.
strictly arcane, aren't they?
Yeah, he's an arcane caster, so I don't know if that would work or not.
I guess
But
I'm
it is
not.
it is the DM rolling, so
No.
I guess I'm more of a cleric than I thought.
If you, so I had to look this stuff up for Zandak becoming a bard. Like, how does one become a bard? Right? Because it's more than just, it's not memorizing spells like a wizard would, and it's not simply, oh, I just sing a song and like people just feel better because bards can cast fireball, right?
That's a really really good song.
Fireball song.
Yeah.
Ballad
Oh.
of
I mean, if
Yeah.
here's just the hypothetical question then.
So
If
what?
Aru-
Sorry. So let Chris finish though. So like, what
Okay.
are you saying, Chris? Like, it has to come from somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, everything that I read, it's like the bards, through the mode of language and music, are able to harness, whether it be divine power or arcane power, and so it's really kind of left up to you. Okay, how do you cast magic?
So he definitely does.
yeah,
He definitely does draw from Serene, his muse.
yeah. So since
Exactly.
Aru's source of his
Now, Serene, when we came up with this, was just kind of this, nebulous, muse out there, and now she's a god. So, like, this is where we're at.
Now that she's like all back together, shouldn't he be like what, 3 times more powerful? Because she was like a third of herself before. Now
Well, that's how he
he's
got that. But that's how he got his.
Yeah,
stuff.
I wouldn't say 3 more times more powerful, but I'm definitely more powerful now.
fair enough.
And so for Zandak to become a bard, right? Like how can he do these things now? Well, he was gifted a divine instrument from a god that allows him to do bardy things.
Right, because it's through that instrument. You have to have a focus.
Yep.
Bard needs a focus. Typically,
So
it's their
bards
instrument.
are weird.
So can a bard who relies on the powers of a god clone that god?
I mean,
I just
Yes
worry
or
about
no?
the implications. I don't want, like, there's a chance that there could be a blue Superman and red Superman fiasco happening here.
Well, that always turns out well.
I'm all right with it, Chris. I'm just fishing. I was just trying, coming up with the best. I didn't know. I'm cool with whatever you roll.
Aru, you might be able to clone one of the ancient dragons.
Oh.
Figure out which one of those guys has the most spellcasting ability. That's your dragon.
Probably the silver.
That's my
Zandak
guess.
might know which one has the best spellcasting ability. Which, by the way, Gast, as you are leaving High Hall, after having your conversation with Mahadi, you see Zandak doing his best impersonation of Spider-Man as he is just web slinging and having this grand old time, just giggling and laughing to his heart's content as he is just slinging his way all around this cathedral.
I am very jealous as I watch this, and
What?
I pretend to not be, and I don't think I say anything. I think I watch with a very sad look on my face.
I don't even notice.
Wow.
He's perceptive. He's perceptive, and he doesn't notice.
Dave once again did stuff sneakily in the background.
I heard Chris typing a lot, so must have been that.
Yeah.
Stuff happened. That is true.
Clearly.
Things did happen.
All right. Oh, thanks, Mom. I just
She
take a lot to take in.
weaves her hand through the air. Aru's a lute guy, right?
Yeah.
Is he a drum guy? There's a time in there where he was drums.
Oh yeah, I did drums. I did the lute, and I've also done the flute.
Put them all in one instrument, Chris.
The one-man band. Bard.
Yes.
Well, she kind of weaves her hand up and down and forms this light blue, like celestial looking lute. With at the head of the lute, it kind of forms into these wings that flare out feathers.
Like my wings.
No, no.
Exactly like your
Exactly
wings. You're
like
exactly
your
right,
wings.
Michael. Exactly.
No, these wings actually exist, and you can see them. There's this great kind of inlay work that kind of looks like the wisping wind, kind of that comes back off of the neck and then onto the body of the lute, and on the back of it you see something. I mean, it looks like that symbol of that one guy came in that was on his tabard, but it's shattered, and in its place is this kind of symmetrical cross. Would this
I take it.
aid you?
Yeah, I guess so. It's beautiful. I'll cherish for as long as I live, which may not be long. But
she laughs to herself. You always had a great sense of humor, my son.
Yeah.
You must get that from your father.
Was my father a god?
Oh, now we're gonna have the next quest be, let's find out who Aru's dad is.
Yeah, you were just talking to him in the. No.
No, that'd be so wrong. That'd be so wrong.
I am your father.
Then you truly would be a demigod.
Mandy,
I would be a true demigod then, yeah.
Mandy's actually your daughter.
No.
It has to be a human.
Mahadi's his father. Duh.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's Mahadi. Mahadi's
It has to be a
dad.
human, right? Because you're part like you're Asamar.
I don't know really how procreation to make ASMRs work to begin
Yeah,
with.
I don't know that either. It's weird.
Yeah, I read up on that. They are actually kind of angelic.
Yeah, they're just kind of like created beings. It's weird.
That's kind of what I thought.
But she does make that remark about your father, that you must get that from your father, and oh gosh, what does she say next? Oh, she says, and I've always loved the songs that you come up with.
Thanks, Mom. I've always said that you're my muse. I owe it all to you. All right. Well, let's go find the group and see what's going on then.
Probably not too hard to find Zandak right now.
Just gotta look up.
The only one who won't be able to find him is Cedric.
If I'm further than 60 feet. Yeah.
Well, it still doesn't give me perception.
Yeah.
We already had to establish that. I still have bad perception.
He might not be able to perceive it.
Aru, if you look up instrument of the bards.
Oh, it's actually something special.
Aru's like, oh, I thought we were done getting buffed.
What was it
Yeah.
called?
Instrument of the bard. I wasn't trying to get more buffs. Honestly, Chris, I was just trying to.
Or
Well, don't question it, Michael.
I-
This is Chris feeling bad for jipping you out of everything. So
Yeah.
just take it.
Instrument of the Bard. I'll have to look that up then.
So you get it. So it comes with all of the instruments come with all these spells, and you'll see it on there. And then you can choose, even though like this is the loot, you can choose which one of these instruments you want the spells of.
Oh,
Any of them.
holy cow!
Firestorm.
wow! And you get fly, invisibility, levitate, protection from good and evil. Okay.
You get to grow wings twice now.
Well, you
That's
can
cool.
cast fly on other people through the instrument. So for
Somebody
people
else
who
can get wings.
Dang. It's alright, Xandai doesn't need it anymore. I could basically fly myself now.
Unless we fight in an open field.
I mean, Spider-Man does it all the time.
yeah,
He always flings
he
off screen.
whips onto nothing.
Yeah.
It just works.
It's fine.
Yep.
Oh, I get fly again, huh? That's good. So what did you say about the spells, Chris? I can have the
You
spells
can-
from one of these groups,
Yes.
depending on which instrument I choose.
Yep.
Well, I mean, the legendary one is kind of like a
Confusion, control, weather, firestorm.
Although-
Confusion doesn't work very well in this area.
Although the Anthrus
Firestorm
Harp
does it.
gets you Cure Wounds level 5. That's not
true.
that
Wall of
isn't-
Thorns.
yeah.
And control
can-
weather.
And Control Weather, which is still good.
Cedric, by this point, you have marched all the way back to High Hall.
Yeah, because firestorm won't help either.
It's true.
Yeah. Like in normal circumstances, it's like, ooh, but no.
Not here.
I think I'd be leaning more towards the harp, to be honest with you, but you can decide on that later.
Venari, as you go back towards High Hall, as you climb the stairs, you see this pretty large army of skeletons marching towards High Hall.
Okay. I would assume
Cool.
that because Cedric said he was going to talk to Gideon. I would
Surely, you could see me.
assume-
If you can see the skeletons, you could see me in
Yeah.
the front of it.
in the front and your glowing radiance. Yeah, I think I'd
Yeah.
be able to piece it together.
People are giving you a very wide berth, Cedric, and I mean, like women and children are screaming as they see the sight of you.
Typical for Cedric.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like the old days.
Here, they're not talking. I mean, they're like like whispering to each other, but also like at a volume that they're not really trying to hide it from you. Of you hear things like another angel has fallen, and stuff like that.
Mm. Okay.
Gideon says you get used to it.
So he's bringing his army to High Hall. Like I wouldn't like. Is he expecting to like walk into like the compound with them? Because I'd probably be like, okay, like have your forces stay out here. Like they wouldn't be coming into the compound. Like that's too many people, right?
Very
They're
well.
undead.
Yeah, and they're undead, and so, which I mean, I'm sure that would all still happen because there's 10,000 people now, and so there's people kind of all around. But, yeah, like we wouldn't be like marching this undead army into the temple.
Now march it right up in there. Look what I brought.
Look what I found. So Gideon is just following you. His army's left outside the main walls of High Hall.
Okay. Well, let's go in. I guess as we're walking in, I'll be like, "Is there anyone you would wish to speak to while we're here, Gideon?" Anyone from your past you think that it would be good for you to speak with?
Um, well, I was the high priest of Lathander, and so all of these people know me.
Okay.
Perhaps I shall look for my priesthood among the resurrected.
Would I know that all of them were dead, Chris?
The priests of Lathander?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all
Okay.
dead.
Yes, then it is possible that they are among the resurrected.
Or they could beat his undead army.
Very well.
That was
Did you know a Feria, right? Feria, is that right? Hold on, I need to
Is
get
it
my
her
notes
mother?
up. Yeah.
Fairy of Mattlemorn.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Perhaps you should first speak with her. She is become sort of the de facto leader around here. And so I think that would be a good place for you to start.
Very well.
Come with me. I'll take you to her.
All right. Man, this is like going back in time here.
Yeah. You're like literally hitting all sections of the book now, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's like we're at the end of the campaign. It's like a final exam for a class. It's like now use everything you've learned.
Yep.
So far, so good. This is.
I mean, we're
okay.
100% so far.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
wow.
I
Holy crap.
just needed to know how this encounter is going to go.
That's why I said I'll take you to her, because I feel like I might need to be there.
So you walk into High Hall. You see Gast just looking up with just this like sad look on his face.
I take a glance up.
I'm guessing, Zandak, you're just kind of like swinging back and forth.
I don't really know the limitation of these gloves, so probably.
He goes until it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah. You use it all, and it's like it won't recharge for a month.
Yeah, that would be awful.
I'm using it before I get it identified. What's the worst that could happen?
Venari, you would be there as well. And Aru, you'll be here in a little bit. Cedric, so I guess you just march
Yep.
Gideon straight into the battle council.
Yep.
And everyone kind of stops their conversation abruptly. And everyone is just kind of waiting on bated breath.
I say, is it Feria? Am I saying that right?
Yep.
Oh, it's Freya, because it rhymes with Freya.
No. I'd say Feria. I believe you know Gideon. Lightborn, right, Chris?
Yep. No, Light Ward.
Light Ward. I believe you know Gideon Lightward, who has had some troubled days recently, but he is coming back and has offered to help defend the city. And I believe it would be good for you to speak.
Of course, I would have sadly followed Cedric in, just for the record.
Like glancing over your shoulder every once in a while as Xanac is swinging.
Yeah. Especially since he wasn't gonna do it without me.
Gideon walks up, still holding his book, head down, very much. You don't know if it's shame or fear that's gripping him right
Bit
now.
of both.
And Feria kind of steps forward, very strong, resolute. Fallen priest, I know that we have all had our faith shaken since the companion teleported us to this realm. And if you can aid us in our last stand and perhaps our last hope of getting back to our world free and clear, then I welcome you. Gideon kind of looks up. If what the paladin says is true, and that Zoriel has become our chief and greatest enemy, then I will fight. If you will have me. Feria kind of reaches out and puts her hand on his shoulder. We are all sons and daughters of Elturel. And embraces him in a hug, and you kind of hear an audible gasp from around you. As people are a little unsure as to what this is going on, because Gideon, he looks like straight up half demon, right? At this point.
Yeah.
Half devil, anyways. And you see Gideon kind of soften even more and put his arm around Feria, and he starts to weep.
Perfect.
Cedric's like,
Exactly how I drew it up.
We're never gonna be able to stand around him.
You four, does any of you guys do anything, say anything?
Nope.
I'm too sad to say anything right now.
I'll probably
No.
eventually.
Redemption!
No.
I'll eventually
I'm
fly down to Gast and get him to identify my gloves.
Chris, I'm just
Like Michael tools. What are they?
Chris, I'm just as I'm watching this, I'm just gonna put my hand on the sword and be like, "We did it. It's working."
It's working.
It radiates back hope. All right. What do these gloves do?
He didn't say I identified him yet, Chris.
And you
He's
didn't
got to
say
work for this identify.
and you didn't say you're gonna tell him the truth.
True. I can lie.
It's true.
I want to see how Zandak sells me on identifying these for him.
I didn't know how to buy identifies.
Well, you do right now, man. I'm in a sad mood right now.
Okay. Sure. Hey, Gas, check these things out. They work.
Yeah, that's cool.
Pretty cool, right? I don't need to use your
Yeah,
hammer now.
whatever.
The hammer that can fly and do tons and tons of crazy awesome things now. I can do it myself.
Yeah. Yeah, isn't that just wonderful, Zandak?
I mean,
I'm
You
so
seem a little
happy to hear
disappointed.
that.
I'd trade you if I could, but I don't think I can.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But I don't actually really even know what these things do.
Well, that is unfortunate.
Would you mind loaning me an identify?
I don't know. Can your super awesome new gloves identify themselves?
Hey!
No, I don't think it works like that. Cass, do you know that?
Well, I don't know, man. Like,
Are you out of spell slots? Like, should I just go find someone else?
well, am I just that replaceable to you where you can just go find somebody else to go tell and get cool stuff together and have fun and you just leave me out in the dust now? You know what I did? You know what I did for 10 minutes, Zandak? I put this little hoop on my hammer and I tried to spin it around and fly with it and it didn't work. I spent 20 minutes doing that, okay? And I come out and I see you just around the whole area and you didn't even come and get me. You didn't come and get me. This is our thing, man.
I thought you just got here.
What do you... We've been in... How long have we been at El Terrell for, Zandak? What are you talking about?
No, like I just got these fixed.
Fixed. You got them fixed.
Yeah.
What? What are they? Like, do I recognize these?
I mean, they're the gloves that like since we've got those magic things, like I put them on after Cedric like decursed them. Basically, I've had them on this whole time. So I've been.
Wait.
It's the gloves that I've been wearing.
Wait, these are the cursed gloves?
Yeah.
What did you think they were?
Yeah. What did you think they were? Remember those gloves?
They didn't have their magic anymore.
Right. I told you I just got them fixed.
Show me how. How did you get those fixed?
Are they still here, Chris? Or did they leave?
No, they're still in the battle council.
Okay. I point over at the dragons. Like they helped me out. It helps, I guess, to have ends with their circle, I guess.
They just put the magic. Are you cursed?
I sure hope not. I whisper that to him.
He's like, that's why we need him identified. I need to know.
All right, Chris, I cast identify on this thing.
Okay. I haven't finished writing it yet.
Okay.
I thought that's why you were sad. I'm so confused.
I forgot what his cursed item it did. I'm sad that he left and did fun things without me. That's what I'm sad about.
Technically, I actually didn't leave anyway.
He actually stayed. You left him.
You left me, and then I got him fixed.
But he didn't even hint at the fact that he was trying to get them fixed.
Honestly, because it was more like an afterthought. I'm like, hey, these guys might be able to help. They like me now.
Zandak did something they didn't tell us that he was doing behind our backs.
Oh, yeah.
A rogue?
A
rogue?
A rogue?
It's definitely the first time I've ever done that.
No, it's not. That's just it.
I mean, I'm still carrying around stolen. I'm still wielding stolen goods without my knowledge because of Zandak.
Oh, that's right.
But no one knows that.
I thought
No, I
I
know.
knew that.
No.
No.
Oh, those are the ones that you slipped into my bag, and you're
Yep.
like, you've always had these.
Yep. So you don't know you have stolen stuff. That's
I don't. No, I have no idea.
But I thought I was there when you stole, like, when I sent you. I distracted the guys the first time and sent you back to
For
steal
what?
some stuff from them. I don't remember. This is like the first time we were at Monty's.
No, you distracted them, but he just wandered off and did his own thing.
yeah. I
Okay.
didn't tell anyone that I took those,
Okay,
and I just put them in your bag.
gotcha. No. What happened the first time we went is you went back and you found their soul coin stash, and you stole that, and we paid with their
Oh
money. for that
yes,
stuff.
I remember that. See,
That you did. That you.
that's
do know.
not like bad and behind
No,
people's
that
backs.
was-
That was
that was-
awesome.
That was amazing.
Yeah, the only thing Zendak's done without the group's knowledge is stole weapons and stuff for us. Like, I mean,
It is actually only benefiting the team.
It is true. It is
exactly.
true.
Like Cedric would not approve, but it is definitely benefiting the team.
That's why Cedric doesn't know.
I know, and that's just the
That's
way
why
this thing
Gas
works.
doesn't know, and I don't think Aru would care or Venari. I actually might tell Venari if I want to show off a little bit, but
Aru might care because you kept a secret from him.
Yeah.
Unless that only applies for Cedric. The secret keeping is only annoying if Cedric keeps the secret.
Oh no, he's gotten mad at lots of people.
you're
You're
muted.
muted.
Oh, okay.
How far does that go?
+2 to all disarming attempts? We might
All
just
right,
go for
we're doing
we
it.
might do the death cube now.
I think Chris did that just so you guys would do the
Like he's like, let's bait him into it. I can kill them all here.
Give him a +2. Just give him a little chance there.
He's not cursed though, right, Chris?
They are not cursed.
I regurgitate all this information to Zandak, and I end it with, and you're not cursed.
Oh, I forgot to rename them. They're the gloves of snatching, and they're
Gotcha.
they are actually the gloves of stickiness.
Okay. 100 foot long, hollow 500. So can it stick to anything, type of thing?
Yeah.
The web. Okay.
So
So you literally are Spider-Man now.
he is Spider-Man. Yep.
You can climb on walls.
Yep.
You can shoot webs.
I basically have spider sense too, with my
Yeah.
perception.
Basically, yeah, have spider sense.
The only thing
you're
you're
missing
lacking
is
is-
the super strength.
I was gonna say the strength.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I've got Cedric for.
But
Yeah.
okay, Zandak. So you went up and you just were like, "Hey, guys, can you fix this magic item that Cedric broke for me?" And they just did it.
Yeah, sure. That's basically how it went.
I immediately rushed over to the dragons.
Chris, what was the
I
name
don't
of
even
those one
remember
more
what
time?
your item was.
I remember it being I could cast Holy Aura at will. I remember that being one of the things.
It was a maul, Gast.
Oh, was it a mall? Okay.
Chris, what were the name of the gloves?
Gloves of stickiness.
No attunement.
No.
Well, that's handy.
Because they're supposed to be cursed, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Those gloves are handy.
Oh!
I have a question about that first one though. Things seem to remain stuck to your hands. Is that like everything or an at will thing?
No, that's just the because you have +2 to disarm, and you can like snatch arrows and stuff.
Oh,
It
flavor text.
seems like that's a flavor.
Got it.
That first bullet is supposed to be in italics. That's the like flavor text of it.
Aha. Okay.
Yeah, but Chris, I run over the dragon.
Okay.
And I'm like, hey, I hate to bother you guys, but I got a favor to ask.
Speak freely.
Cool. I pull out the maul. And I'm like, so I saw that you fixed Xandak's cool item. Can you do it to this one too? The same thing?
Potentially. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay. All right.
That was Nye that said that.
Which one's Nye? Is that the silver?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll take it. I'll take tomorrow. How did you do it though?
She leans forward and whispers in your ear, I just made a little wish.
Chris, do I have any idea what that means?
What's your intelligence?
Oh, yeah, 10.
Maybe she's referring to a wish spell?
I know. Okay. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
My sleight of hand now is +21.
That's crazy.
And I can't roll below 31.
You
could just steal everything from me.
you could steal everything. You might. That's
31.
amazing.
I can't go below 31.
So, like, is that like a secret? Do we not want people knowing that you can do that? Or, because I know that's like super strong and stuff.
Not a secret on my side. I was really trying to protect you all and having these items on your possession.
Okay, cool.
She says that while I'm flinging around with the spider web.
Yeah, I don't know if stealth is necessarily a thing, because I just watched Xandak swing around the whole camp for like the last hour.
Yeah.
It wasn't hours, like 2 minutes.
It felt like hours.
Fair.
She says, but he's the voice of the North Wind. He can do what he wants.
Wait, hold on, back up. He's the what now?
That was my reaction too.
You had like a whole conversation in secret, didn't you, Dave?
Oh yeah, I mean, it was. We RP'd it.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have seen that.
He's the voice of the North Wind. You've seen the harmonica, right?
Yeah. What is it? Okay. I don't know all the dragon stuff. Okay. When I was a lizard, I thought you were gods, and now I realize over time that that's not a thing. But what does that mean?
Well, the North Wind is a dragon and a god.
Do I know if he's referring to Bahamut or not?
Roll religion.
Okay, here we go. I actually do have proficiency in religion and nothing else. Oh, I rolled a 2, so 7.
No, you don't.
Oh my gosh. That still checks out, though. You should not know anything about religious stuff.
So, explain to me how a dragon can be wind.
They flap their wings. Duh.
I'm not gonna say it. Never mind. He'd pull it in.
The the Dragon Father has been portrayed in many styles and visions throughout the millennia. And the North Wind is one that I particularly like.
So there's other. Is there a southern wind dragon?
That's Tiamat.
No.
You die for saying.
No. There's the wicked dragon of the east.
Oh, I've never thought of that before.
So that's a no.
There might be a dragon who calls himself the South Wind, but it doesn't sound right, does it?
No, not really. I guess you're kind of. I mean, north is always the direction everybody wants to go, right? So no, I get it. I get it.
Mm-mm. Have you seen this weather? I want to go south.
But why is so the harmonica makes him below wind, which makes him the voice of the north wind. Okay, if I'm following you correctly.
The Dragon Father has been speaking directly to this little one.
So the wind dragon has been speaking to Zandak. Okay, and that makes him the voice of the wind.
Bahamut.
Oh, okay. See, you started talking about wind, and I thought that was a different color dragon.
Oh, dwarf. Come on. But yes.
Okay, so because Bahamut spoke to Zandak, he's now the voice of Bahamut. So does that make him like a religious figure?
More of a avatar, if you will.
Huh.
Maybe you're looking for the word chosen, Chris. Avatar seems
I like
extremely
Avatar.
strong.
Wait, no.
No, we're gonna
Avatar
call him an
sounds way
avatar
better.
now. So he's
All right.
Bahamut's avatar because he has a harmonica that he can play okay. And Bahamut talks to him. Cool.
Torm's
Anyways.
gonna have to have a conversation with Bahamut about his choices of avatars. I don't know
Anyway.
about that. No offense, Zandak, but
I mean, I haven't done anything bad. I don't go run off on my own, right?
Yes, you do. That's how you got into the whole jam with the slot machines.
I
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
leave. We were still here. It was just unlucky.
Yeah, that's what it was. All right. Anyways, cool. So I might check it back in with you tomorrow. I'm gonna go have a word with Wind Voice, and I just walk away to go talk to Zandak. Hey, Zandak,
What's up?
you're the voice of the North Wind.
Yeah, that's what they said. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah, I guess. You know, for the longest
Web.
Quiet, time, I thought, they were talking about a wind dragon.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm pretty sure they're talking about Bahamut. Check it
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
and I go and I start like shooting webs. Voice of the wind!
They say you're like an avatar of Bahamut. Do you feel empowered, Zandak?
Yeah. Look at these webs.
I guess that's fair. Anyways, I asked them if they can fix it, and they said tomorrow.
Cool.
You know, they can use like the wish spell. Like that's pretty hardcore.
Yeah, if you say so. Like, I don't know what that means, but like,
I mean,
cool.
I barely know what that means, but I know it's at least strong.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be strong. We fix these gloves.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, um, we should probably check in with everybody else because we have Morning Caden to go see. We have potentially Bell to go see. And the sooner we do this, the better, right?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Aru, you walk into High Hall, and there is web hanging off of everything. You see Gideon and Feria in an embrace. Gideon's crying. Venari is, I don't know, scowling in the corner.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I feel like you'd have like a very like proud like aura to your scowl though, right? Of like, yeah, look what I just did.
I'm still just kind of indifferent about everything.
Okay.
He's like, guy took my blood.
Ow.
Lost the point.
So Aru, that's what you and Serene walk into.
I just look around, and I looked at her, and I say, "Yep, that's my friends."
They TP'd the temple.
Was it?
So I go to
Oh yeah.
I go to find Cedric then.
Cedric's just standing there, standing very proud, hand on the hilt of his sword.
I walk up. Looks like you did a good thing there, Cedric.
Think so. I think so.
Looks like we're having good luck all the way around. Well, some of us. I'm
Yeah?
afraid I didn't. I am afraid I didn't
What else has happened?
do so well. Well, I went to talk to Ogma, but I don't think I made much headway there.
Oh, I just assumed you did because you said we're having good luck all the way around.
Well, no, Venari has some news for us. He
Oh,
I
really?
believe, yeah, I think he might have some good news for us. And from the looks of the way Zandak is flying around this place and acting much more excited than he normally does, looks like he's got some superpowers there too.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to clean this up. I bet he's not going to.
He won't do that. No, there's no chance.
They dissolve
Yeah.
eventually,
We
right?
can't-
That's
we
how that
can't get him
works.
to. We can't get him to stand to watch. How is he going to clean this up? Yeah.
On that note, that's where we're going to end.
Okay.
All right.
And
Oh,
to
there's a
expedite things, and just so you guys know where we're all at, 2 days left.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Are we gonna get a long rest in here?
Yeah.
Sure.
And the maiden should be there at this point, then, right?
Yes.
Because that should only have taken 8 hours.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh wait, do we do Heroes Feast tomorrow?
I can do
Yeah.
it before we go to sleep.
Yeah, that's good.
I just noticed because my hit points went way down when I took a long rest.
Well, here, let me do it right now before I forget about it. And let me roll
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
damage.
What's
we're
the
gonna-
Heroes Feast number here?
Michael, I have 21 temporary from you, right?
I think does that stay?
No,
But some of you have lost that. Not everyone has it.
Yeah, I lost that.
I don't
yeah,
think.
but no, but you all are going to get it back.
Anyways, everybody, your maximum hit points increases by 10.
Could be better.
But it could be worse.
Thanks
true.
for trying, Gast.
Yeah. You suck.
We are being
Aru,
poisoned.
your hit points are static, right? That's not a roll. That's just it's always going to be 21.
Right. Everyone gets 21 points, right? But that's to their max.
That's temporary hit points.
No.
Yes.
No, I thought
Inspiring the leader is temporary hit points. I'm a hit point maximum.
Yeah.
So I missed it. How much do we have for each one?
You
It's
get 10
31
from
total.
me. You get 10 from me.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
You do have to keep them separate
Yep.
because you can heal my 10 back, and then you get 21 from Aru.
Okay. Chris, is that Snatch Arrow's feat in 5th edition?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, it's
So just,
the monks. The monks have that ability, though.
they have it's a little different. It's like a deflect, and then they can use their
Oh, deflect
point
missiles. Yeah.
to throw it back. So I should just use the definition from 3.5 for it then.
Let me look it up.
Is it just catching, or would it also include returning fire as well, like a monks? What the monks have?
So
Keep forgetting.
you'd be able to return it.
Okay, so basically just the monks like return fire thing they've got.
Yes, but that consumes your reaction.
Reaction. Okay. I think that was my only other question. And would I know if those webs will disappear? Is that part of
You
knowing?
do not know that.
Okay.
You do not know.
Sorry, identify does not tell me if the webs disappear or not. I probably have to identify the webs themselves.
True.
Wonder if I accidentally convinced Mahadi to betray Asmodeus, guys.
No.
You don't think so?
I don't think
No.
that conversation changed his mind about anything.
I think, I had an inspiring impact on Mahadi.
Yeah, for seriously considering betraying us at the end of this.
That's right. He's like, I didn't consider it. But now you put the thought in my
But
head.
now I am.
Don't worry. He's not the only one thinking about betrayal.
The dragons, right?
No. Me.
Aru
I'm-
of Mahadi.
Oh.
I got what he said
I-
immediately.
yeah, I think that's-
I thought it
that's-
was because Aru just doesn't trust any of the dragons.
That's going to be the final kill of the campaign. Like, the dust will settle, and we're like, "Oh, we did it!" And then we'll look over, and Aru's just stabbing Mahadi in the corner.
That would give me inspiration
Yeah, it probably would.
Yeah.
because we haven't got inspiration since we've all been mostly.
No. Because you do
Doing
bad,
good.
Yeah, you have to do bad things to get
Yeah.
the inspiration here. Man. This went better than I expected for the recruitment so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this. Looks like everyone did well.